Need a way to stay organized? I got what you need. Let me first confess, man, I'm not the most organized of people. And it's funny because I actually did a video about organization. That's actually one of the tenets of the three main things that you need: direction, organization, and consistency. The whole organizational part, yeah, that's something that's important. And I am improving on that. And in fact, that's probably, honestly, that's one of the things holding me back. But I think I found a really good tool to help me get that together. And that tool is actually called a dot journal. You see this? Yeah. So it's a dot journal. What is a dot journal? Well, it basically is a place where you can keep all of your stuff. and it's a variety of things, which makes it so helpful. Now, when I was young, I used to keep a journal all the time. I think I've mentioned that before. And I mean, from high school, really I started like in 9th grade, and I kept it all the way through my senior year, which is pretty cool to be able to go back and look at that stuff. So I've always wanted to keep a journal. When I got to college, it became sporadic, and then after college, it's pretty much non-existent. Like once or twice a year or something like that, I'll actually journal. With this is something that actually allows me to journal a lot more because I can do it on a regular basis. Now, one of the reasons I didn't journal really is just slips my mind, right? But the cool thing about this journal is that because I'm using it for more than just journaling, then it helps me to be consistent with it. And what's the more than just the journaling that I use, you ask? Well, I'm glad you asked, because it can help with pretty much anything. So there's all kinds of, if you look it up, if you Google it, you'll see all kinds of things like bullet journal or dot journal. But I actually keep my lesson plans in here. All right. And notice, by the way, with all the colors and things like that, I have a clothing plan here, like things I'm going to wear for the day. My background is I like to draw, right? I've been drawing since I was a kid. So having the opportunity to like doodle in this particular journal makes it so much easier for me to keep up with it. And so that's what's the cool thing about it. Now, what's unique about this journal is that it's called a dot journal for a reason. I don't know if you can actually see it, but if I showed you a blank page, there's actually tiny little dots on that thing. You see that? Yeah, so it's not real lines, it's actually just dots. And with that, you can be really creative and literally connect the dots to kind of draw designs and things like that, which for a creative person like me, it really helps. So it's a blending actually of things you need to do, because you have to-do lists can be created in this thing. There's also like a brain, what I call a brain dump. Well, actually, I think I got that online or something. But just I jot ideas down here, anything that comes to my mind. So the great thing about it is no matter what random thing comes to my head, I'm able to find a place for it in this dot journal, because you don't have to go back and like amend it to something else. You can just keep on going forward with some of the keys and things that if you look online, you'll see some of the symbols that you use for some of these lists and things like that. So I can do a to-do list, and I can also take a note on maybe a random thought that comes to my mind, an idea. Then I can just kind of flip over to the brain dump, like maybe a page back, or just create another brain dump in the next page. You can do whatever you want with it, because the cool thing is you have a table of contents at the very beginning here. You see that? Yeah, so I keep up with what's on each page. So if I do need to refer back to something, dang, what was that idea I had back in the, like a week ago or something, I can actually look on this and then kind of refer back to it while still, adding to the journal at the front, later on for whatever else I'm thinking about. So it's just been a really cool tool for me. I'm able to get to-do lists on this and maintain them, because I come back to this journal, if for nothing else other than to just draw on it, I still have all of my to-do lists in front of my face, you know what I mean? And I think there's really something to it, to where you're like kind of beautifying your to-do list, or like being creative with it, like you're working both sides of your brain in a sense. I really think that has something to do with it. And so I don't know, I get a better sense of totality, a better sense of being able to accomplish the things that I set out to do, because oftentimes I just forget about it, honestly. Like I might write something down, say I'm going to do this, but it slips my mind. Like I just wasn't focused on that, you know what I mean? And so with this, it really helps me to come back to it, and I'm reminded about it, and then it helps me develop a habit of looking at it. And of course, when you get into the habit of something, it's much easier to maintain it. So really cool tool. If you want to use it, I'll leave a link in down below for you to pick it up. I think I got it off of Amazon. But there's a lot of different kinds. You don't have to get this particular kind, but you can get whatever suits you. But it's really cool. If you're a creative person, you like to doodle, you like to draw, and even if you don't, you can still utilize this. It's a really cool, and it's kind of transformed my life in the last like couple of months, whatever. Now, I was a little skeptical at first. I mean, I'm a grown man, kind of like drawing and coloring and stuff, but I really do look at it like as like art meets practicality, and it's a really cool marriage. And it works for me, so maybe it'll work for you. But I hope that helps. Let me know down below in the comments, guys, if it helped you, or if you're using one or something like it. I'm always interested to learn new things. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Hey guys, thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got something out of it. I hope you liked it. Speaking of liking, go ahead and like the video down below if you did enjoy it. And also make sure to subscribe so you can catch any other videos I come out with. And I will see you guys later, okay?